Where does new Kellogg's Apple Raisin Crisp cereal get its homemade taste?
Homemade taste?
Does Apple Raisin Crisp get its homemade taste from apples like Grandma baked?
Tastes like my recipe.
Does Apple Raisin Crisp get its homemade taste from the raisins that sweeten its taste?
I love raisins.
Do the big crisp flakes with the apples baked on bring on that crunchy taste?
Apples baked in the flakes.
Where does new Apple Raisin Crisp get its delicious homemade taste?
Only from Kellogg's.
WNBC-TV, this is Army 212, 7 miles northwest, low fuel, heavy weather.
Army 212, radar contact, turn right, heading 150.
With a fog-bound helicopter hanging on your every word. It doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman, only that you're good.
Slowly.
Roger.
Overlanding threshold.
Be all that you can be.
Thanks for your help.
Roger.
You can do it in the Army. Have a double good time, have a double great day. Double your pleasure the Doublemint way. Get the single most favorite double in the world. Double good, double mint gum.
You'll really double your pleasure with Doublemint gum. Because it's double good, double fresh, double smooth. Always double delicious to chew.
Double good, double mint gum.
Double your pleasure with Doublemint gum.
Now at your Renault dealer. 10.9% financing on every Alliance and Encore, including new Alliance convertible. Highly acclaimed Alliance sedan. 10.9 financing on Renault Encore. Hurry. Finance offer on Alliance and Encore ends October 31st. Plus, see the new Jeeps, America's largest selection in four-wheel drive. Now more than ever, the ones to watch are the ones to buy. See your Renault dealer now. Finance offer on Alliance and Encore ends October 31st.
There I was, sitting next to this dame. I could see we had one thing in common. We was both fruit and cereal lovers. But when she ran out of fruit, I knew she was in trouble. Her big mistake was she wasn't eating Post Raisin Bran. The fruit don't run out on you with Post, 'cause it's swimming with raisins, right down to the last spoonful. So now, the big question was I gonna share with her?
Post Raisin Bran, the fruit and cereal lover cereal.
Thanks, Billy. Dames.
Tobacco filters, there are all kinds, but even the best let through these ugly yellow stains that can end up on your teeth. If you smoke, you should know about Pearl Drop Smoker's tooth polish. With specially formulated brighteners to help remove tobacco stains. Helps leave teeth clean and bright, breath fresh, and it's gentle enough to use every day. So every time you see this, remember Pearl Drop Smoker's tooth polish. Helps brush off the stains your filter can't filter out. Now available in new gel.
Breathing's tough on this job, especially with a cold. To clear up my stuffy nose fast without drowsiness, I take Sudafed.
Imagine doing that with a cold. A little while ago, my nose was stuffed up, but I got fast relief with Sudafed and no drowsiness.
How fast will Sudafed work for you? Clinical tests show Sudafed begins to unclog nasal congestion in as quick as 22 minutes without drowsiness.
With Sudafed on the job, I can stay on the job.
Sudafed. Relief begins in 22 minutes without drowsiness.
Pontiac.
It's brand new. It's from Pontiac, and it's called Grand Am. The latest in Pontiac road car technology, Grand Am is a true driver's coupe. That means it's built for drivers who appreciate engineering excellence as well as exciting road machinery. You know who you are. Grand Am, new from Pontiac, only from Pontiac.
We build excitement.
Pontiac.
NBC's Sunday Night at the Movies returns following these messages.
They were the perfect family, a loving husband, beautiful wife, laughing, happy kids, until one terrible night. Fatal Vision, November 18th.
This is NBC News Digest, sponsored by Budweiser. Here is Mary Nissenson, NBC News.
Good evening. They're dancing in the streets of Detroit tonight, where the Tigers won the World Series 4-1. That made the Tigers' Sparky Anderson the first manager to win the series in both leagues. Walter Mondale challenged the president to offer the Soviet Union a temporary halt in the Star Wars program, but the president says he's already offered to discuss it. Now this.
This Bud's for everyone who scrapes it, sprays it, and lays it on smooth.
For organic
Scotland Yard warned that the IRA bomb attack on Prime Minister Thatcher may be just the beginning of a new wave of terrorism in England. Well, the final vote is in, and auto workers at General Motors have okayed a new 3-year contract. I'm Mary Nissenson in New York. More news later on this NBC station.
We're stuck.
Stay calm. I'll push the emergency button.
Say, aren't you our Democratic congressman?
Yes.
I'm going to ask him a question. You're a Democrat, and your leaders are promising higher taxes. Are you going to vote to raise taxes? Yes or no?
Well, yes or no.
Yes or no? We're stuck.
Find out if your congressman is for higher taxes, or just vote Republican. They want to keep taxes down.
It's a busy world we live in. It can take your breath away. When the going isn't easy, there's an easy going way.
Welcome to TWA, to a business class with more space and comfort, to a flight with more from each of us to you.
So relax and catch the feeling. Take off and get away. You're gonna like us, TWA.
Ferraro clashes with Mondale at 11.
The Final Battle continues, starring Mark Singer, Faye Grant, Jane Badler, and Richard Hurd.
What's America's party time finger food? Geno's Pizza Rolls.
What's America's mealtime finger food? Geno's Pizza Rolls.
Try Pizza Rolls party snacks in 8 great tasting flavors. Everything you love to taste on a pizza rolled in a crispy crust. Just heat and eat.
What's America's TV time finger food?
Geno's Pizza Rolls. Pizza Rolls party snacks by Geno's. America's anytime finger food in 8 great flavors.
His Royal Highness, the Prince.
Standing on receiving lines takes its toll and it takes time. Gentlemen, but you could take a different view, 'cause you might meet a prince or two. Gentlemen,
walking, running, standing on your feet for hours, we're Hanes Alive, the beautiful sheer support.
And when that prince is someone who really wants to be with you,
Gentlemen prefer Hanes in eye-catching fashion colors, too.
Stephanie Powers for Covergirl Moistureware.
You know what I want in a makeup? Something that lets me look like me, only better. So I use Covergirl Moistureware. It gives me a fresh, natural look that lasts all day. It's rich with moisturizer, so it blends into your skin and hides tiny, dry lines without looking obvious. Moistureware gives you an honest beauty, so you look like you, only better.
For an honest beauty that lasts all day, Covergirl Moistureware Makeup.
Let it bring out the honest beauty in you.
Time to make the donuts. Dunkin' Donuts are always fresh. I made the donuts. We make them at least twice every day. Time to make the donuts. Not a few kinds, like supermarket. I made the donuts. Time to make the donuts. But up to 52 varieties. The donuts. Time to make the donuts. I made the donuts. Dunkin' Donuts, up to 52 varieties, fresh day and night. No supermarket can say that.
Ooh, will you look at that?
In more ways than one, you lead me on. You sweet talker, Betty Crocker.
Yeah, you know my weakness.
I can't resist. You leave me breathless.
You did it again.
With more than one way to my heart. You sweet talker, Betty Crocker.
The helping hand is helping chicken.
Introducing new Chicken Helper in 4 delicious varieties, like mushroom, chicken, and rice. You get wild and long grain rice in a mushroom sauce and a golden glaze for your chicken. Just place your fresh chicken in our savory rice and mushroom mix and bake.
In 1 pan here, 1 hour's time, a real chicken dinner bakes up fine. The helping hand has Chicken Helper. E-I-E-I. Uh-oh.
Look at the shampoos of Vidal Sassoon. Our original salon formula has been and is the marvelous revelation for normal hair. Extra Gentle adds vital moisture to weather-beaten, permed, or heat-styled hair. And now Clear Body adds body and texture to fine, limp hair. Vidal Sassoon shampoos, the first of 3 simple steps to beautiful hair. If you don't look good, we don't look good.
Can Lysol disinfectant spray help cut down on colds? Some leading scientists believe disinfecting is one way to cut down on the spread of colds. Surfaces in your home can get contaminated with rhinovirus, a leading cause of colds. You touch them, rub your eyes or nose, and you can pick up a cold. Research shows that Lysol spray, sprayed on surfaces, can kill the rhinovirus. That's no guarantee your family won't catch colds. But if Lysol spray can help reduce the chances, isn't it worth it?
NBC Monday Night at the Movies returns following these messages.
Tomorrow on Riptide, the guys go undercover.
This is really state-of-the-art neato.
But this battle may be more than they can handle. Tomorrow.
This is NBC News Digest. Here is Chuck Scarborough, NBC News.
Good evening. Some healthy signs for the American economy. The dollar set record highs among world currencies. The stock market advanced for the third straight session. A major bank cut its prime lending rate by 0.5%, and sales of U.S.-built cars rose more than 4% in the first 10 days of October. The Reagan-Mondale contest continued with charge and countercharge today. President Reagan said Mondale had confused the liberation of Grenada with the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan. Mondale said current toxic waste cleanups were politically timed. And posthumous citizenship was granted today to Marine Corporal Vladislav Staniszewski of Brockton, Massachusetts, 17 years after he was killed in Vietnam. I'm Chuck Scarborough in New York. More news later on this NBC station.
I know I should be getting more calcium every day, and I know the best way to get it.
Have more milk, 'cause milk's got more.
An important message for seafood lovers. Don't stop at Red Lobster.
Don't stop?
Announcing the all-you-can-eat special. For a limited time, there's no limit on oceans of clam strips, fried or broiled fish, and everybody's favorite popcorn shrimp, served with all the trimmings. All you can eat at Red Lobster, only $6.95. Once it starts, you won't stop.
I'll say.
All you can eat, $6.95 every Sunday through Thursday.
Red Lobster for the seafood lover in you.
The Meadowlands offers the special start-to-finish excitement of nighttime thoroughbred racing. Driving power and head-to-head competition as jockey and horses one thunder to the finish line. All the action and suspense of thoroughbred racing. It happens again and again, night after night at the Meadowlands.
Crossed fingers in El Salvador are too hot to be hit. The cover story at 11.
B, The Final Battle, continues, starring Mark Singer, Faye Grant, Jane Badler, and Richard Hurd.
Why not start their morning in a warm way? Smooth.
Apples.
Creamy.
Raisins.
Delicious.
Peaches and cream.
I feel better when he has a warm breakfast. And he thinks Quaker's flavors are
hot stuff.
With instant Quaker oatmeal, you can really make their morning.
Good days start with great mornings.
The day's looking new and bright, and you're gonna start it right. Folgers starting to brew, the aroma's calling you. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Nothing brightens your morning like mountain-grown Folgers, because mountain-grown coffee has more enticing aroma and richer flavor than any other kind.
That rich aromatic blend is your best morning friend. Starts you out feeling good, the day goes like it should. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
This is a warning to people with nice, shiny acrylic bathtubs. You could scratch that shine off if you keep using a liquid cleanser. Just watch as we clean one of these lenses with a leading liquid cleanser and the other with spick and span dissolved in water. Whatever happens to these acrylic lenses is eventually going to happen to the surface of your acrylic tub. So much for using liquid cleansers on acrylic. And just think, if Spick and Span cleans acrylic this safely, imagine how safely it'll clean your no-wax floor. Spick and Span, an all-shine, no-scratch cleaner.
NBC Monday Night at the Movies returns following these messages.
On Santa Barbara,
This is going to be the best night of my life.
Stick around, baby, because this is only the beginning.
Joe and Kelly are finally united in an endless night of passion and a secret rendezvous.
You are so incredibly beautiful. That mythical, perfect woman.
Will Eden succumb to Lionel's poetic seduction this week?
News 4 Update is sponsored by Nordic Wolf Light Beer.
Coming up at 11, Archbishop O'Connor comes out fighting on the abortion issue with a living saint backing him up. Yet another fire stalls service on city subways. And Dave Marish looks at the bulletproof power of television in El Salvador.
Also tonight, the city says tough luck to an EMS worker paralyzed while helping someone. A pit bull killer waits on death row, and a new fad in designer jeans for those who cannot slip into Calvin's.
Wait till you hear what they're called at 11.
Discover the Wolf, Nordic Wolf Light from Scandinavia. Taste the boldest of light beers.
Boy, it's great to be on vacation.
Yeah, and we never go on vacation without Hertz.
I wouldn't risk my vacation with an unreliable rental-car company.
And Hertz affordable weekly rates save me money.
But people say Hertz is more reliable.
But now, Hertz costs less money.
Arnie, more reliable.
Less money.
Arnold, more reliable.
Less money.
Hertz Affordable Florida, only $89 a week. Now the rent-a-car company that gives you more is less.
Less money.
Well, they let anybody in this place.
Hertz, the #1 way to rent a car.
Hey, even when your dad's out of town on a business trip, he still needs you. So if you want to take good care of him, tell him to get Sprint. Tell him he doesn't have to pay extra for credit card calls and collect calls. He'll get a Sprint travel code. Hey, that'll save him as much money as he can save at home. And he can call you from airports and hotel rooms and stuff. But wait till he gets home to tell him about the puppy. Call Sprint. Find out about it.
Jo Beth Williams is our guest tomorrow on Live at 5.
The Final Battle continues, starring Mark Singer, Faye Grant, Jane Badler, and Richard Hurd.
I just take what I want. He broke tradition. He questioned authority. He gave up wealth and position to find the truth. And the people of his time never understood. Columbia Pictures presents Bill Murray.
This isn't the old Mr. Sunshine.
In The Razor's Edge, rated PG-13. Now playing at a theater near you.
Come on, move it, Ted. When I work out, I love to sweat. Okay. It's how I get the edge. But afterwards, I want to feel dry and odor-free all day. So Speed Stick Antiperspirant gives me an edge, too. Speed Stick's the wide stick. Goes on dry for man-sized protection in just a few strokes. Whatever game you're in, get the edge.
Let the wide stick give you the edge. Speed Stick Super Dry Antiperspirant.
Fine men. They're pulling out the stops, going all the way. So grab a wholesome snack and make your day with Milk Break.
Pillsbury introduces Milk Break milk bars.
Milk Break.
With half a glass of milk in every bar.
New Milk Break.
The wholesome goodness of milk and no artificial colors or preservatives.
Make your day and have a Milk Break bar. There's half a glass of milk in every Milk Break. Make your day and have a Milk Break bar.
Milk Break brand milk bars, new from Pillsbury.
Surprise! So, isn't this great? I got my own kitchen, my own bedroom.
And your very own ring around the collar.
Ring around the collar.
For a tough stain like this, you need whisk.
Yeah, but
Sprays and powders aren't good enough. Whisk does a better job. And when whisk gets out ring around the collar,
Your whole wash is clean.
no more surprise visits.
And no more ring around the collar.
Whisk gets ring around the collar and your whole wash clean.
NBC Movie of the Week returns following these messages.
Saturday on Different Strokes, Arnold and Willis take on the school bullies.
Who wants to get it first, huh?
Then on Gimme a Break,
You just forget about a wedding.
Milton Berle invites Nell to a shotgun ceremony.
I'll call the caterer.
And on Partners in Crime,
I'm in trouble, Sid.
Lonnie's dad's in a deadly scam that could cost her her life.
Saturday. Look, I got a McDonald's treat over here. Come on.
This year, help us make Halloween safe for the kids with McDonald's Trick or Treat certificates. Just buy a $1 book filled with 12 McDonald's dessert goodies to give as safe treats, and you'll get our jack-o'-lantern for the front door, so kids and parents will know where to find McDonald's safe treats.
There's another one.
So buy McDonald's treat coupons and get a jack-o'-lantern for your door.
Trick or treat!
And make this Halloween a safe and happy one.
Jesse Jackson looks toward Election Day. Cover story at 11.
B, The Final Battle continues, starring Mark Singer, Faye Grant, Jane Badler, and Richard Hurd.
We can make being transferred almost easy.
With the Century 21 VIP Referral Network. It means
I'll work hard to sell your house here,
while I work hard to find your new home here.
with 6,000 offices that can help me find your buyers for your old house.
At the same time, I'm helping you find your new home across the country. You could say we work twice as hard. Maybe that's what made us number one.
Put number one to work for you. Century 21.
It's Supermom, able to lift small children with a single arm and handle a busy career. Our heroine needs pantyhose that keep her going, which is why she switched to Comfort Stride, the comfortable support pantyhose from No Nonsense. As comfortable as a jump in salary, more stimulating than a board meeting. Comfort Stride is light support, not tight support. Switch to Comfort Stride. It's light, not tight. It's the comfortable support that's just plain super.
And that's no nonsense.
They didn't buy a Commodore computer, and they'd rather not be recognized.
My computer costs 3 times as much as a Commodore 64.
For the same memory.
Commodore games cost almost half as much as my games.
Commodore business programs cost about 1/3 as much.
If you don't look into Commodore before you buy a computer, you'll be sorry.
I could have saved the school. Oh, so much.
McDonald's presents the 15 hardest words to say.
You all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame.
Beef and all 15 words. Never get heard you start to say it.
Pickles, onions on a sesame seed.
Then you got to take a bite of one. It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's.
You all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed.
Bun, bun, bun. NBC Movie of the Week returns following these messages.
Saturday on Hot Pursuit.
I'm coming home.
Jim risks capture to visit his dying sister.
We'll get him.
Deidre Hall guest stars on Hot Pursuit Saturday. Sometimes when you meet the perfect man, you're willing to be the other woman.
How can you do this to us?
No matter who it hurts. His Mistress, Sunday.
This is NBC News Digest, sponsored by Sony Betamax, the one and only. Here is John Hart, NBC News.
Good evening. 4 Americans were killed today in Central America. Civilians in an unarmed airplane that crashed in bad weather, says the White House. Employees of the CIA, says the State Department. Their mission, says the White House, was to warn El Salvador of insurgent arms shipments or offensives. Senator Goldwater, chairman of the Intelligence Committee, quotes CIA Director William Casey as saying it was a CIA plane operating in Nicaragua. Goldwater saying it was chasing another plane believed to be carrying weapons. The Associated Press reports most of the families of American diplomats in Beirut have left Lebanon while security at the embassy there is being improved. President Reagan today signed a law providing $250 million for better security at American embassies. NBC News learned that Pope John Paul would like to open diplomatic relations with Israel and is looking seriously into the possibility. Now this.
Confused by all the video cassette recorders? Select the one that records a sharper picture than VHS. The Sony Betamax, of course.
Supreme Court Justice William Rehnquist said today there's no reason in the world why a president should not try to pack the Supreme Court by appointing people who are sympathetic to his political or philosophical principles. Because of the age of the court now, the next president may be able to appoint as many as 4 or 5 justices. The Illinois Supreme Court ruled today that a city ordinance outlawing sale and possession of handguns is constitutional because it does not outlaw all arms. More than 150 elk hunters trapped in mountain snows of southern Colorado were rescued today by Army helicopters, trapped for 3 days in 4-foot snow, and the rescuers are going back for 40 to 50 more before an expected storm arrives tonight. I'm John Hart in New York. More news later on this NBC station.
Get cooking and get down to Acme now for their big boneless chuck sale. You've got just 48 hours to get Acme's boneless chuck roast at half price. This Friday and Saturday only, you can serve up a delicious cut of boneless chuck or a scrumptious shoulder roast. Your choice at half price. But get cooking right now, because you've only got this Friday and Saturday to feast on the savings in the half-price boneless chuck sale at Acme, your store for low prices. Tell a friend.
The Lee Miles Auto Ownership Warranty. Choose it, and you'll never have to pay another cent for transmission repairs as long as you own your car. And your warranty will be honored from coast to coast. Ask us about it. It's the offer of a lifetime.
We're bringing you repair-free miles, carefree miles. We're Lee Miles.
Take it from me. Take it to Lee.
Lee Miles.
The battle plan against the rash of fires in the subways at 11.
The Final Battle continues, starring Mark Singer, Faye Grant, Jane Badler, and Richard Hurd.
If your idea of a good time is pure terror, we've got as much fun as you can handle. Terror in the Aisles. All your favorite moments from the movies that made you scream. Terror in the Aisles. It's only a movie, but it's more than enough. Rated R.
Starts Friday, October 26th at select theaters.
Why are so many people drinking caffeine-free Diet Coke?
I don't need the caffeine, and it tastes delicious. Then when I saw that it was decaffeinated, I thought, wow, they were thinking of me.
Caffeine-free.
Sugar-free, caffeine-free. Perfect combination. It's conducive to my own personal lifestyle.
The ultimate soft drink.
Caffeine-free Diet Coke.
Caffeine-free Diet Coke is my drink because it tastes great.
Really great. May I have another sip?
Caffeine-free.
The Lego system starts here with the curiosity of a preschooler and the big blocks of a Duplo building set. And as imaginations grow, so does the Lego system, because most every block fits every other block from every Duplo and Lego set we ever made. From preschool on up, our toys play on and on. Lego and Duplo building sets, the toys you grow up with.
I want my block back.
You know, if I'm playing a match on Wednesday, I take my Bic and shave down on this cheek. If it's a semi-final, I shave up. But if it's a month with an R, I take my Bic and go across. Except on Tuesday, of course, when I start on my chin. All this might give you the idea I'm superstitious. No way. It doesn't matter which Bic I use. Superstitious? Nah.
Superstitious or not, avoid all shavers with more than 3 letters.
The faces of the children at this child care center tell only one part of the United Way story in your community. So now I would like you to meet Mr. Juan Gonzalez, a United Way volunteer. The Gonzalez family is typical, always busy. But Juan volunteers his time because he knows how many ways the United Way helps his own family and his community, enriching his daughter's life with after-school programs, funding a senior center for his father, and daycare for the little one, so his wife can get the training she needs to get a better job. Juan Gonzalez is a leader in his local United Way. By giving his time, he sees to it that United Way donations are working in the best way for his family and his community. Your community needs a little of your time. Learn about the United Way, because thanks to you, it works for all of us. The United Way.
Coming soon to NBC, the biggest stars in blockbuster movies and an out-of-this-world series. The battle has been won, but the war is about to begin. The visitors return, and nothing's gonna stop them. Prepare for the series. Diana's back to settle her score with Donovan and the world. This time, she's mad.
How perceptive.
Diana has special plans for Donovan to possess him, body and soul. Diana has another target, Elizabeth. But the star child is about to undergo a metamorphosis, which will startle the universe.
Whatever this process is she's going through, we have to let it run its course.
Will she become one of them? All the suspense, all the action, all the romance of the miniseries.
Charming idea.
The visitors are back, and they're here to stay. Don't miss the premiere of the series. Sometimes, when you meet the perfect man,
just think about
it. You're willing to be the other woman.
I'm married, you know that.
Meet a mistress, more than a lover, but less than a wife.
How can you do this to us?
I think you'd like to have us both.
Get out of it while you can.
3 lives and all they love on a collision course.
You just have to give me some time.
Julianne Phillips, Robert Urich, and Linda Kelsey in His Mistress. Sophia Loren, her real-life son, and Hill Street Blues' Daniel J. Travanti in an NBC movie premiere.
I can see.
She's a woman willing to try anything to help her child regain his sight. But what happens if the only man who can help,
Dad'll take care of everything,
learns the truth?
He's not your son.
You're the liar.
Sophia Loren and Daniel J. Travanti as you've never seen them before and as you'll remember them forever in Aurora. She's a beautiful woman pursued by a man who will do anything to possess her. Even destroy an entire city. The police can't stop him. They can't even find him. And time is running out. Dynasty's Heather Locklear, St. Elsewhere's Terrence Knox, and Simon & Simon's Gerald McRaney in the spectacular world movie premiere, The City Killer. Valerie Bertinelli stars as a girl who at 17 became a nun. But as time passed, she began to have second thoughts about the life and the man she couldn't have.
Tim, I love you.
I can't see you anymore.
What?
You no longer live with the vow of celibacy.
Academy Award winner Patricia Neal, St. Elsewhere's David Morse, and Valerie Bertinelli. Where innocence ends, her story begins. Shattered vows. He was a respected doctor, sworn to save lives.
God bless you, Doc. You're 1 in a million.
He was a loving father and husband.
If I ever had another daughter, I'd still want the same son-in-law.
He was an officer and a gentleman accused of a horrible crime.
Do you want to hear it?
I have to hear it.
What you're telling me is that I killed my wife and kids.
NBC presents a 4-hour movie spectacular based on the true story and bestseller, Fatal Vision. Coming soon. Spectacular entertainment for everyone. Let's all be...
Your Congress belongs to you.
Just like your state legislatures belong to you. Your city councils belong to you. And your town halls belong to you.
You can help decide who works there and who doesn't.
But to do that, you've got to do one thing first.
You've got to vote.
Sometimes when you meet the perfect man, you're willing to be the other woman.
How can you do this to us?
No matter who it hurts. His Mistress, Sunday.